Good day. My name is Dr. Aliyu Mukhtar Daneji from the Department of Business Administration. I'm here to take you through Module 2, Course 2, which is on issues on business growth and overview. The essence of introducing this particular module is to equip potential entrepreneurs, that is for those students that wish to be self-reliant, for those of them who want to depend on themselves, who want to start a new business venture, so that the moment they start a business, they have to think of ways on how to expand their businesses once they have a viable venture. So that is the essence of introducing this particular module. And as we know, it is human for people to grow. So the same thing applies to businesses. Nobody wants to remain where he is. We want to always keep on growing. So likewise, businesses, they always want to grow as such. And we should know there is a correlation between economic growth and business growth in such a way that if businesses are growing, that will provide more job opportunities within the environment. And from the government side also, the government will tend to have revenue because the business is growing. And at the same time, it means more income to the owners. And at the same time, it means more social amenities for the people because the government will be getting tax from those businesses that have grown and for those businesses that have expanded. So it is because of this reason that government and owners of stakeholders are very much interested in business growth. So it is very, very important for businesses to grow, and for the government also, from the government side, they also want always the businesses to grow. So how can a society achieve economic growth and development? It is through job creation and wealth creation. This can only be sustained when businesses are growing. So what are the issues as far as businesses grow? Why is it that more than half of most businesses fail in less than 2 years of their business operation? A large number of businesses that can survive the first year of their operations, they hardly grow. And why is this so? Because at times we tend to link business growth or success with luck or environmental conditions, or at times we tend to link family, success of a business with a family background, etc., etc. Now, we cannot outrightly say these factors are not responsible for business growth, but it is essentially very, very important for an entrepreneur to see that the business growth is on his own shoulder. It should not be linked to any environmental conditions or any family background. So, who is responsible for business growth? As we have said, is it fate or chance or environmental factors? It all depends on the entrepreneurial positive attitude and discipline, competence, resilience. And as I have said, it all rests on who? On whose shoulder? The owner or the managers of the business enterprise. So the choice is yours as a potential business owner to see that your business is successful or not. What is business growth? It's the expansion of firm's product or services or target market or some combination of each. It is a movement from small to a large enterprise. As most best ventures, they started from small, they now keep on growing, and they are now bigger businesses. Just like the same way as our own life cycle is, or human beings' life cycle. We are born, we are introduced into the market, then we started growing, then we reach maturity, then in the end we start declining. So the same thing applies to businesses. When you introduce a new business, you need to know that there are some certain requirements for you to invest a lot of money because you want to create awareness for that particular business which you have introduced into the market. Now when it started growing, you need to know the different strategies that are needed. When your business is growing, so many businesses, other businesses may come into similar products that you are producing. So as such, at times, the market will be highly choked up. So what you need to do at this stage is to differentiate your own product from other competitors' product. And once it reaches maturity, it means you have to find new uses for your product. And the moment it reaches the declining stage, then you know you have to wind up that particular business, or you take it to another different locality where you give it a new name, or a new where you introduce it as a new product. You are giving it's just like you are giving it a new life cycle. So why is it essential for businesses to grow? It is essential for businesses to grow in order to serve the interests of the owners. It provides job opportunities, which we have discussed, and it also gives you more income generation as an individual. It also brings about revenue generation for the government, more foreign direct investment, more social stability, and there is one funny one which I have added, which is, so what are the reasons for business growth? The reasons for business growth are as follows. That is from the individual perspective. You may want your business to grow because of what desire to make more money and enjoy, desire to improve social status and your well-being, to take advantage of a gap in the market. At times, we may want to grow our business in some related or unrelated areas which are not well exploited. So to gain also competitive advantage over rivals, it might be one of the reasons why we want our businesses. Now, what are the types of business growth? We have internal, basically we have internal and external. By internal growth, it refers to the growth within the organization by using internal resources. It normally focuses on developing new products, increasing efficiency, hiring the right people, better marketing, etc. Internal growth strategy can take place either by expansion in a related field or unrelated, or diversification, as well as modernization. It has the advantage that when you are embarking on an internal growth strategy, you may tend to have, if the growth is in the line of a different product line that you want to increase. If one product among the product line is not selling, you can now rely on the other products that are selling. Let me give you an example. For instance, Coca-Cola have different product lines in terms of the main Coke that we know, the black one. Then we have Fanta, we have Crest, we have Bitter Lemon, etc., etc. Now, in case a particular product is not selling in one particular locality, then you can rely on the other products that are being brought into the market. Now, external growth simply means a growth from outside. It means taking over other businesses or mergers or acquisition. This is obviously a faster route to expand a business than an internal growth strategy, but at times it is riskier. Also, because of the internal finances coming into the business, there is possibility of changes in the ownership structure. So as such, you want to embark on an external growth strategy. Now, which one do you use? You should know that if you are thinking for an internal growth strategy, it's just like the story of a hare and a tortoise. Tortoise is normally very slow, but it will achieve the goal that it has in mind, whereas a hare is faster but more unpredictable, and it is a very risky venture. So if your business is already large and successful, external growth strategy is the best way to go, since you have less to lose if it doesn't work. But internal growth strategies are safer, surer bet, just like a tortoise that is moving slowly until you achieve the goal that you have in mind, either in the short or long. So the type of business strategy you choose will depend on several factors, including the size of your business, the capital available to you. So what are the strategies for business growth? Business organization must grow in order to remain relevant and competitive. a firm is required to constantly search for and make use of knowledge of a changing market. Now, there are various strategies for business growth. We have talked about the product life cycle, where we said a product has the same life cycle as we human beings, whereby if it is introduced, then it will start growing, then it reaches maturity, then it will start declining. Then also you may adopt the strategy of expanding your product line or service offering. A firm may increase its product offering by serving the existing market or discovering an entirely new market. A good example is that of Dangote group of companies, who were known for producing cement. They are now into noodles and some other similar products in the existing large market for past meals in Africa. Or you may decide to go and open new branches or divisions. This allows firms to expand to new locations other than where they are known for. So you may decide to open new branches or to open to go to a new location and open a new division there. So if there is a demand in one particular location, you may decide to move into that particular location in order to take advantage of the unexploited market that is there in existence. So also you may decide to export. So many firms tend to remain domestic throughout their existence. Today, market customers, taste, competition, and knowledge are global. So in such type of situation, you need to go out and seek other opportunities that are in existence in an international market. So by doing that, it means you are exporting your goods and services to some other locations that are completely to some other locations entirely from your own. Maybe you may decide to go to a particular country to set up a business there, or you may decide to be sending your end product to some other countries by exporting them, and they will be getting recognition where you want them to be. So innovation is another way by which you can also expand your business. It involves company trying to make new changes or coming up with a better ways of using your product, or you can come up with a better ways and means by which you can satisfy the changing needs in your customers. For instance, we have seen the changes that are going on in the car industries, for instance, whereby every day they keep on changing, they keep on innovating. They change as the customer taste changes. So in that respect, you have to also be innovative in order for you to achieve success. Now, creating and maintaining online presence, that is another way by which you can also grow. Things are now being sold virtually, so you need to go online to sell your product, goods and services, so you can reach a large market. As far as you are using the internet now, and you can reach so many customers, you don't even have to open branches physically. You can now decide to go online in order to sell your goods and services. So I've seen so many businesses that are around online, that are running these online businesses. So it's another way by which you can also achieve good business growth is by going into a franchising or licensing agreement. Franchise is a growth strategy where a firm allows another firm or firms to use its successful business model. In a franchise agreement, there are operational controls that have been put in place, and at the same time, you as maybe the franchisor who gives you the right to use his own model, so he has some certain control over you, and you may also enjoy the training that he's going to give you as well as the support. So franchise and licensing are two different things. In franchise, the franchisor has a certain control on how you operate, on how they are going to give you training, on the type as well as the kind of product that you are going to be selling in their own name. We have seen so many examples like Mr. Biggs Locally here we have Rufeda yogurt, for instance, whereby if you go to any nook and cranny of Kano State, you see them establishing shops, and that is a type of franchising agreement whereby some people will go and meet the owner of that particular Rufeda yogurt, the original owner, and they'll be selling. They will enter into an agreement with him. They'll go and open the same type of shop, same type of product, that is Fra and Nono. Then they'll be selling in the name of Rufeda yogurt. Licensing is a contractual arrangement where a firm known as a licensor allows another firm called licensee to use its brand name, patent, or other property right in an exchange for a fee or royalty. And in licensing, no operational control is required, and training and support is also limited as far as licensing. Merger and acquisition. By merger, it applies to the consolidation of two or more companies that are virtually of the same size. Acquisition involves a larger firm taking over a smaller one. We have seen the case of merger, for instance, where some banks, for instance, Trust Bank, NAL Bank, NBM Bank, they come together and form Sterling Bank. An example of acquisition is how Access Bank acquired Intercontinental as well as Diamond Bank. And at the same time, if we could remember, Oceanic Bank was acquired by Eco Bank, meaning that a smaller bank can be acquired by a more buoyant bank. For example, as in the case of Eco Bank acquiring Oceanic Bank, or in the case of Access Bank acquiring Intercontinental as well as Diamond Bank. Or you may decide to also collaborate with your competitors. Competitors, they should not be seen as harmful to your business. You may decide to collaborate with them, especially in the global corporate scene, whereby companies are seeing their competitors as partners in progress. We have seen a situation whereby, for instance, Fuji and Xerox, between Fuji and Xerox, Fuji is a photocopying machine company, whereas Xerox is a camera film company. So they decided to come together and form one particular entity so that they can achieve success in the market. What are the challenges of business growth? Lack of coherent economic empowerment policy. Today you hear trader money, tomorrow you win, next tomorrow yes, and so on. We have seen under the yes arrangement, which is geared towards helping the youth in order for them to acquire a higher certificate or degree. But unfortunately, the yes project, I don't know what happened. It ended. It wasn't that successful up to this moment. I've not heard about it. We are now hearing trader money and the rest. Technical constraints, lack of enough and competent vocational centers is another reason why businesses are not growing in Nigeria, and despite of the challenges that has been facing business growth as far as Nigerian environment is concerned. Deteriorating economic condition, we have seen inflation now is in place. Hyperinflation is now facing the country. Lack of productive culture. In some cultures in Nigeria, there is this issue of dependency, like in the northern part of Nigeria, where people do normally depend on others, unlike what has been obtained in the eastern as well as western cultures in Nigeria, where there are room for independency, and the people there are highly productive, and at the same time they don't rely on others to achieve success. And we have seen also weak investment climate and doing business as part of the challenges of business growth in Nigeria. There is low access to finance. Banks are not ready to help. Poor infrastructures, low access to business development services, and low access to foreign direct investment. Now, what are the critical success factors for growing businesses? One is clarity of vision and mission and values. You need to know where you want to go for you to be successful. You need to know why you are in business. That is mission. You need to come up with a mission statement as far as your business is concerned. What are the things that you consider value as far as your business is concerned? What are the things that your business should be renowned for? And you need to also build competence. You need to develop a very good will, and you need to be resilient. Because you have started a business, you fail in the first or second year, you now say you are not going to go into business again. You need to be highly creative, and you need to ensure concentration on what you are doing. Don't start thinking about diversification. First of all, concentrate on what you are doing. Then when you achieve a certain level, or you achieve success in that area or the business that you are doing, then you now start thinking about expansion. You have to be courageous, and you need to learn from your failure and move on. And you need to be financially disciplined. It's one of the reasons why small businesses are failing. Most of them, they don't have financial discipline. The moment you start seeing profit coming to the business, you may start thinking of adding more wives, more responsibility to yourself. Then you need to invest in people. So you need to know sorry. So you need to know that success can only be achieved if your employees are highly motivated. So you need to think of various ways by which you can motivate your employees so that they can put in their best. Conclusion. Sorry. Some people inherently derive satisfaction from being excellent in what they do. They tend to have insatiable desire to grow and positively affect the world around them. Other people, they tend to be compatible with average result, while others are easy come, easy go. Remember that even the world is not static. New challenges every day. Businesses must grow in order to overcome them. It all depends on you. How do you want to start, and where do you want your business to go as far as business is concerned? So thank you for listening.